I told my sister she should contribute after she yelled at me for using her stuff. My sister Bailey moved back home last year after dropping out of college for the third time. She claimed she needed to find herself, but really she just wanted free rent and someone to do her laundry. At 24, she acted like she was still 16. The thing is, when she moved back in, she basically took over everything that was mine. My shampoo, my makeup, my clothes. She'd just waltz into my room and grab whatever she wanted. And when I'd ask her about it, she'd roll her eyes and say stuff like, "We're sisters, stop being so selfish." Last month, things got really bad. I had this job interview for a marketing position I'd been wanting forever. The night before, I laid out my best blazer, did a whole skincare routine, and set my alarm extra early so I could look perfect. When I woke up, my blazer was gone. I found Bailey in the kitchen wearing it, spilling coffee all over the front. She was just standing there scrolling through her phone like nothing happened. I asked her what she was doing and she goes, "Oh, this? I'm meeting this guy later and needed something nice to wear." I completely lost it. I told her she ruined my interview outfit and she just shrugged. She said I could borrow something of hers instead, but all her clothes were either too small or looked like they came from a Halloween costume store. So I showed up to my interview in this weird cropped sweater that made me look like I was going to a club. I didn't get the job. That's when I decided enough was enough. I started keeping track of everything she used. My face wash that cost $40 a bottle, she'd use half of it in 1 week. My designer perfume that I got for Christmas, empty within a month. My groceries that I specifically bought for my meal prep, gone before I could even cook with them. When our parents asked why I seemed stressed, I told them what was happening. But they just said we needed to learn to share better and that family comes first. They even suggested I should be grateful Bailey felt comfortable enough to use my things. Last week was the final straw. I had bought this expensive hair treatment because my hair was getting damaged from all the bleaching I'd been doing. It cost me like $60 and I was planning to use it before a wedding I was going to. I came home from work and Bailey was in my bathroom with the entire bottle dumped in her hair. Not like a normal amount, the whole thing. She was sitting there with this goopy mess all over her head, and when she saw me, she started freaking out. Apparently, she thought it was regular conditioner and used way too much. Her hair was so coated in this thick treatment that she couldn't wash it out. She looked ridiculous. She started screaming at me about how I should have labeled it better and how it was my fault for leaving it in the family bathroom. I reminded her it was my bathroom attached to my room, but she kept yelling. That's when I snapped. I told her if she wanted to keep using my stuff, she needed to start paying for half of everything. Not just the big things, everything. Half my rent since she was basically living in my space, half my grocery bill since she ate my food, half my utility bills since she used twice as much hot water as anyone else. She laughed and said that was ridiculous. So I started listing everything she'd used in the past month. My clothes, my makeup, my skincare products, my food, my streaming accounts, even my car when hers was acting up. I told her I'd calculated it all and she owed me about $800. If she couldn't pay that, she needed to stop touching my stuff completely. Bailey ran crying to our parents, saying I was being cruel and materialistic. She claimed I was trying to charge her for being family. But here's the thing. When my parents sat us down for one of their family meetings, I came prepared. I had receipts for everything. Photos of my empty products, even a spreadsheet showing how much money I'd spent replacing things she'd used up. My dad's face when he saw I'd spent over $1,000 in 3 months just replacing stuff Bailey had taken was priceless. My mom tried to say I was being dramatic, but I showed them the hair treatment bottle, completely empty, that I'd bought literally 2 days before. Bailey tried to argue that she didn't know it was expensive, but I pulled up the receipt on my phone. $63 for something she dumped all over her head because she couldn't be bothered to read the label. My parents finally got it. They told Bailey she had 2 choices: start paying me back and asking permission before using my things, or find somewhere else to live. She chose option 3 and moved in with her friend Jessica, whose parents apparently don't mind supporting another adult child.